3 years ago, I built this small remote cabin. I'd stay here from time to time, but mostly, this place belonged to nature. When this pandemic hit, I lost 2 full-time jobs and decided to leave the city to seek shelter here. I've been off-grid since March 20th, transforming this hunting cabin into a livable homestead. This is my story.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? So it's been quite a few days since I filmed anything or uploaded anything. I'm still alive. I'm still out here kicking. And we've gotten a lot done. So the past 4 or 5 days have been super dry. For the most part, really sunny. So we've just been working. And I've noticed when I try to film myself working, I never get a lot done. I never get as much done as I intend to. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm always too eager to edit and upload just because I want to stay current. But I'll show you guys a little bit. First of all, if you didn't notice behind me, I did some trim work on the cabin. So that's looking all right. And I'll show you this side too. We got around the windows. We got some lattice down on the bottom. That's primarily so Byron stays out of there. And we ran some irrigation down to the pond, which this is the first little bit of rain we've had so far this morning. And it's got a little water. We got a ways to go before it actually fills up. But we also cleared a lot of this. If you can't tell, I'll see if it stays nice enough later to throw the drone up and kind of give you a before and after. But we started a big fire down here and kind of did a little controlled burn. So the rest of these logs that are left and made it, we will cut up and split for the fire. And there's this one big log down here. You guys might remember it was sitting up here somewhere, but that log has now been burning for about 5 days. Even with all the rain this morning, it's still down there smoking, which is insane. But on top of getting all this done, we made some progress on the garden. I think it's been a little bit too dry for anything to really start sprouting yet. But our sprouts inside are doing well. And then also yesterday, we took about half the day and cleared one of the old logging trails that loops this bottom half of the property. Now, the good thing is it goes right past where the spring is. So yesterday, on the 5th day of being super dry, we ran really low in our water barrel, and I really wanted to get a shower. So that was kind of motivation to make a trail down through there so I can drive down, fill up some bigger 5 and 6 gallon jugs and bring them up here and fill up the rain barrel with the spring water. So we accomplished that. I will show you guys that eventually, but it's a little treacherous and I definitely don't want to do it when it's wet. So once it dries back out, we'll take you guys for a little loop. But so far, being out here for, I would say, almost 3 weeks, I've kind of lost track. The only thing I've really missed is refrigeration. I'd really like to be able to keep like some cheese and eggs and fresh meat and things of that nature. So today, since it's raining and we are trying to rest, we're going to take a little road trip. We're going to go about an hour west and meet a guy for a really good deal on a thermoelectric Igloo cooler. So we should be able to wire that into our 12 volt really well. I actually just ordered a thermostat controller that I should be able to make work for it, since it doesn't have, it's kind of just always on. So we're gonna go take a little road trip, pick that up, and come back, hook it up, and see what kind of amps it draws, and if we need to tweak anything on a solar to get it all set up right. But yeah, we're out of here. We're gonna go meet this guy. I'll see you guys on the road. As you can see, we took a little casualty of war. But if there was ever a time and place to beat this thing for utilitarian reasons, it would be now. So let's go. Back on pavement, and we're off. Well, we made it. Guy was here waiting. We made the deal, and I got it plugged in and running. Nice little drive up here through the country, and we're gonna make the same old drive back. There's a cute little country store that we might stop at on the way back, though, and we'll get home and get this thing hooked up and see what kind of power it draws and what we can do with it. Let's hit the road. All right, so we are back. I've had this thing plugged in the whole time. I'm gonna go ahead and lug it down the hill. I actually stopped at a little country market on the way back and got some stuff that I want to keep in here, some stuff I've been craving, some breakfast stuff, cheese, things of that nature. So we're gonna carry this and all its contents down the hill, and I'm gonna get it wired up real quick, and we'll see where it's at temp wise. But we gotta let the big bear out before this rain comes through. He's been inside all day. So let's do it. That's gonna get us meat. It's gonna get us meat. That's gonna get us meat. Yes. Yes, you happy I'm home? You happy I'm home? Well, after much tinkering, that's what I came up with. It's in a pretty low-key, easy to access spot. It is currently running. It's been running for about 2 hours, and I emptied it out and had it open a lot while I was fitting it in there. And it is currently already down to like 45 degrees. So one of the things I did here was, since I mounted it in here like this, hold on, let me brighten you up here. In the front, I actually mounted it upside down. So in the front bottom is the vent fan, and you can't really see with all this back on together, but what I did was cut a hole in the floor and space it with a little piece of 4-inch PVC pipe. So it's actually pulling the cold air from underneath the cabin and not trying to pull the air that's in the cabin. That way, if I have it really warm with a wood stove, it's not trying to cool that air back down. Essentially, in the grand scheme of things, wasting energy, because I'm heating the air up in here, and now this has to cool it back down. So I'm pulling that cool air from underneath the cabin, and it seems like it's working pretty good. Now, 4.5 amps is a little bit more than I thought it would take. So we're gonna see how it runs. how much it drains my batteries. Right now I'm pulling in about 5 amps of energy. So what I'm pulling in a hazy, not perfectly sunny day is equal to what's being put out. So we're gonna see how this works long term. When I get the temp controller, that should help the energy efficiency. But I made a mess of the place. It is an absolute disaster in here, trying to find all the tools and rip everything out of that cupboard. But I will clean that up in a little bit. Right now it is time to take a break and make dinner. So I got a fire brewing right here. I'm about to grill up some burgers. Yum. Alright guys, I'm gonna grub. I'm gonna call it a day. I'll keep you guys updated on how that little refrigerator or thermo cooler goes. And we're also supposed to have a really awesome moon tonight. So if the sky stays this crystal blue, then we're gonna have to film it and check it out, and I'll put it in the end of this video. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Huggy bear. Peace. 109. Perfect